Now, on Cooking with Cannabis, we have Master Chef Scott Durrah. Yeah. That boy about to chef it up with the cannabis. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 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 yeah. Roll it.
Well, good morning, everyone. Okay, do we all have our coffee and our sativa? You know, get that little juice going, whatever. Today we're going to be using a little bit of Bruce Banner, okay? So it has a nice little sativa, the flavor as well, and that's another thing we want to be very careful of. The strain you use has a huge impact on the flavor of your oils. For instance, sour diesel is a very tough strain to cook with because it has a very heavy flavor that lingers, and I've tried it in most oils and whatever, and it's a very hard flavor to sort of mask. So that's one I would sort of stand away from. You know, you always want to try to taste a little bit of cannabis in your food. Why? Because it tastes good. You know, you don't put garlic in a meal and then try to, you know, run away from the flavor. Enhance the flavor. Enjoy the flavor. I look at weed or cannabis as like another herb. It's a flavor to it. You enhance that flavor. You don't run away from it. If a recipe says 1 teaspoon of oil, you can't put 3 teaspoons of cannabis oil or olive oil that's infused in that recipe because you're going to actually destroy the recipe. So what you have to try to do is find other ways of infusing that recipe that's not going to be oil and butter, okay? And that's why I'm saying a lot of times it's best to have infused pastes, dairy products, etc., so you're having other ways of infusing that recipe. Just sweat a little bit here. But truly, my thing here is not to teach you how to get high. That's what we've always said. You want to get high? Everyone here raise their hand. They know how to get high, right? Okay? So that's not the purpose of this class. Now, mind you, as you can see here, this is our infused oil. And I like to put a little bit in oil right now, and we'll add a little bit more at the end. And I bring the temperature down for that reason. We don't want to burn off that THC, what we're looking at here. And plus, more importantly, we don't want to burn off that flavor. That's very important. So we're going to turn it down. Now, here's the thing I love about my curry chicken. It's in Jamaica. It's Jamaican curry, and I like to marinate mine overnight. I'll take a little bit of the actual chicken, take a little bit of the curry, I'll rub it in that. I'll take just a little bit of my infused oil, whether it's coconut oil, if I'm using olive oil. I'll rub my meat with that for 2 reasons. One is a little bit gets into the fat. Yes, it might burn off a little bit, but more importantly, that flavor. So you're going to capture a little of that flavor in your protein when you're cooking it off, okay? Doesn't that smell great?
That man said this is not for getting high. But it got THC in it. It better get somebody high. It ain't got no THC, then what's the purpose? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Yeah, but so y'all saw that. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Y'all gonna whip that? Y'all gonna try to cook that thing up there? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about it. Don't let me get my hands on any of them oils or butters they got over there. So y'all go ahead, tell me how y'all feel, what y'all think. Any questions? Have you tried this before? I'm not particular. I've tried edibles. I tried cookies. I tried cakes. I don't remember having a cannabis infused pasta or chicken or anything like that. But that sounds neat. Y'all go ahead. If y'all try the recipes, y'all know be sure to come back and let us know how did it go. Was it good? Do you recommend it? Yeah. Let us know. Let us know.